Hello, I'm Zach, and I am currently going to show you the making of one of my Thranduil robes because I just finished ordering the fabric yesterday because there was a big sale. So I bought the fabric, and it's time to make the final robe. Um, it's in two parts because fabric's going to take a bit to get here, and the patterning itself is just as long as a process of as making the actual robe just because it was such an intricate process to do. So this is part one, which is the patterning of the Thranduil rope, which is very important because, yes, it just is. You gotta tailor it to the Dorito cut. You take your pattern, this is mine, you only make half of the pattern, and then you will take the pattern, you will trace your pattern onto that pattern. I have about 9 panels here in the front, and I got about 3 in the back, 1 large, 2 small. You will take all these pieces, and you will cut them out, and then you'll transfer them over to muslin. I used approximately 7 yards of muslin, and I very much had nothing left over. So, yeah. Then you will take an entire day to sew these all together because they take 10 absolute dang long years to do so. Then you take a break because your cat comes and wreaks havoc in your room, so you cannot sew until this cat leaves because he just lays on all your fabric all the time. Alright, this is all of it stitched together. This took way too long, and now I have pins where I need to take fabric in because the pattern itself was not perfect. Obviously, it will not be. This is so that I can prevent having to spend an entire day tailoring the actual garment later. And here is the finished piece. This is just the basic tailoring. Obviously, more can come later, and it is held together by safety pins. I do have the shoulder pads in here because you need to account for the fact that this Dorito shape is achieved by some really big shoulder pads, and they take up a lot of space. Yeah. Here's the train. Make sure your train is hemmed to exactly where you want it so you don't have to spend time cutting into the beautiful, expensive fabric that will be your Thranduil fabric, as I will. And okay, so here are the panels. You can see the shape that they are, which is sort of an interesting cross shape. They come from the shoulder, not from the side. And here are the back panels. There's a small piece, and then a larger piece, and then there's a piece that goes across the entire lats. And then you rip the entirety of it apart, because you did not just spend an entire day sewing it together just to rip it apart like you should. Alright, and these are the fabrics that I have chosen for Thranduil. I will tell you exactly which one I chose, this is the one that I actually bought 6.5 yards of. But I'll show you the rest of them because they're also all really nice, and yeah, these are all from Mood, so they're very pricey, but they were so worth the investment. Yeah, this is just kind of a preview of what's to come for the next piece. Alright, here's me doing coin spins as your end card. Subscribe if you want to see the rest of Thranduil. I'll hopefully be continuing this process. Don't forget to check out the Arwen video that I made last week, 2 weeks ago. It's been a while. And if you're super curious, you can go and look at a bunch of weird circus videos that I apparently keep posting. Yeah, socials in description.